The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 7, Nasdaq's off 2, S&Ps are off 1.5. Banks come out with numbers. S&P had a chance to bust topside, but guess what, folks? Bottom line, banks are going against you. And they still get great numbers.
They do. Well, yeah. Especially J.P. Morgan really had some big-time numbers, and they, surprisingly, let me just jump over. Wait, there you go. Go for it. Nope. Hold on. There we go. They were trading higher pre-market. J.P. Morgan, they had big-time trading revenue. I was just talking about on the update where they came in trading revenue up 13%, beat the estimate on trading revenue by $500 million just on trading revenue.
$500 million.
I know, right? Not bad. And still the market sells them off as things open. There you go. So yeah. We were higher, and that's what J.P. Morgan looked like, the one of Citi. Citi looked to open lower. Wells Fargo definitely looked to open lower. J.P. Morgan looked rosy, but not so much as the market opened.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah.
Gold, slammed gold again. You know, gold's going to make it through today. You know, we'll see how this shakes out. Now, it's at 1241. You're down $5.30, and that baby, I believe it traded down to the at 1238 this morning.
Yes, I believe so.
And thus far,
1236.
Dangerous.
Definitely.
Dangerous.
Definitely.
You know, you want to see gold over 1238.80 at the close. That's the low of last week. You know, where it is right now, it doesn't say much. What is happening is the dollar's been higher. That's basically up $1.86. That was up almost 250. Notes and bonds, it's amazing. You know, the market. NDX 100 is at highs, Nasdaq is at highs, but people are still buying bonds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And
Amazon's at highs.
Oh, Amazon. I know. I saw this coming across the tape.
Yeah, I think we opened above 1,800 this morning, if I'm correct. There you go.
Look at that.
Yep. So what did we close at yesterday? Basically almost at highs. The high yesterday was 1798, closed just a hair under 1797, and then opened this morning at, where's the open? 1803, as high as 1815. Not bad. And every single, got to remind it because the numbers are just staggering. Bezos has about 80 million shares.
Okay.
Every marginal move, I mean, you're talking about just today alone up $10. Guys made $880 million. I mean, right? It's staggering when you get to those levels.
It is staggering.
Yeah. And then, I mean, if you just calculate it, scary reality, you just calculate it from Wednesday's close of 1755.
Yeah.
You're up, you know, guys up like $4 billion. Yeah. I mean, that's how you become the richest person in the world. And you come from, I don't want to say out of nowhere, but the leaps he's made in the last 12 months. I mean, can you go back to Amazon's chart? Because it's just insane.
I believe the Amazon is up 50% in 1 year.
That just might be this year.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I'm talking.
Yeah.
So there's a yearly chart. There you go. That's a 1-year chart.
That is a 1-year chart. Pretty remarkable.
So what is that down at the bottom?
Yeah. So we're talking
about $1,000 bucks?
We're talking about 943. Yeah. You're talking about, you know. Yeah.
Could you imagine going to work every day making...
What I always joke about is that, you know, he's got 80 million shares. All of us would be fortunate enough to own 80 million shares of a company that traded at $1. Right. Then you're worth $80 million. Not a bad deal.
Right.
Let alone a company that just in the last year went up by almost $1,000. And that's where you start to see how, yeah. I mean, the number of zeros, I get lost in them as we do those conversions. Yeah.
And guess what? He's got a lot of things going for him.
Yes, doesn't seem like that's going to turn around in negative territory anytime soon. No. I agree.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at that dollar index. So the dollar out here, what happens, of course, you know, Friday markets between the dollar and the metals. This is when they can jump off the cliff. I like what the dollar's done thus far, though. You know, we got to 95, right on the nose, back down. The volume's going to be light again. Bottom line is that we'll see, you know, if it can totally give it up on price. But thus far, you know, it can't bust topside.
Yeah, right at that level.
Yeah, because if that baby busts topside, then that gold contract is just going to get smoked. some of the higher volume equities out here today.
There they are, banks, right? Bank of America on the top.
Look at that,
Yeah.
down 40 cents. Hey, Marbell, the Justice Department, they're gonna try to they're gonna appeal it.
It will be interesting, and I haven't read into much this today so far, but I was reading some articles when that initial ruling came out.
Yeah.
And a lot of bright minds were very skeptical if the government would have any chance in their appeal.
I know.
At how the ruling came down.
Right.
And so, that doesn't mean they can't try.
Right.
But market, as an AT&T, only down 60 cents. Even the market, I think, is giving that some credence because what would have happened is the judge could have put an injunction to prevent the merger if they thought there was a realistic chance that it might happen on appeal because it would be so hard to unpeel that company apart.
Right.
And that wasn't even close. And so that lends some credence to where, that really there seemed to be very little possibility in the judge's eyes, at least, and some that it would get reversed to allow that to just go forward unhinged.
Netflix. Someone's hitting Netflix. Who's selling Netflix?
Yeah, they got a downgrade. I saw. It's, okay, well, $15, nothing.
That's nothing.
No, but there was something out there. I saw headlines as to some analysts talking about maybe disappointing in their next. Their growth numbers. Let's see, where are they?
A $46 billion rally. So that's in market cap, of course, right?
Sure.
Netflix will get a chance to validate the $46 billion market cap.
$46 billion added to its market cap since the company's earnings just last April. So that's since their last earnings, they've added $46 billion. So it's all about subscriber growth, right? Whether a company can add enough streaming subscribers to satisfy investors for that probably appreciation in their share price. Second best performer in the S&P 500 index this year. Pretty remarkable. They added almost 1 million more subscribers than people had projected. So that's not, they didn't add 1 million last year. They had last quarter. They added 1 million more than what people thought. But analysts have made that task more difficult in recent months by basically pricing everything in, right? I'm just adding my own words. But yeah, raising subscriber estimates, even as some question the valuation. And
what's wild is that when you look back, they've been questioning the valuation of Netflix and Amazon for years.
Sure.
And then when you look at it, when you look only back 5 years, folks, 2014 they were taking in $5.5 billion.
Yeah.
This year 16 billion. That's amazing.
They're going to take in $20 billion next year.
Yeah.
Pretty remarkable.
They're getting at a point also that gross number is going exponentially. Because it's such a big number, right? I know.
I still wanted their PE is still 252, as in that
they
is
better
some
be growing.
serious growth, and that's some serious growth exactly.
They better get some serious.
And what's
growth.
interesting there is they're going to face a lot of competition in the likes of the AT&T Time Warner deal we just talked about. That's going to go through. You got the Disney deal coming out. They're leaps and bounds in their own, but. Their business model is somewhat replicatable.
It is.
They're going to face some competition versus Amazon, who, Walmart should be able to compete, but they've shown over and over that they can't. So there's something going on there. Versus Netflix, it's like, okay.
I think what happens, and you might be saying it too, is that we're all getting used to, like an Amazon Prime and
viewing things online, and paying for them,
exactly.
And I'm open to a Disney app. I'm open to an HBO Go app.
Totally.
Right? I'm open to a Netflix app too, maybe, but they're going to have some competition.
Yeah, totally. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. We get the Dow at 14, Nasdaq up 4, S&P's are flat. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 16. You get the Nasdaq flat. S&P's also flat. Let's go over and take a look at Wells Fargo first. So we'll go through these banks and see where we're at here. So Wells Fargo, that gap's down. You're at 54. That's
down almost 4%. What is it? 3.5, 3%.
Yeah, and that never could get above this whole February downdraft.
Sure.
So
That might have been. Was that their last? No, that's just the February debacle in the market.
That was that market.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably both. I mean, look at that.
I was going to say, was that earnings or something? But no, it seems like earnings was probably later in that.
Yeah, would make sense. So it's going to be intriguing here watching, because when you bring this back, well, I guess that's 2016. We're at the same level of 2016. So Citigroup, well, look at this. So Citigroup is going to go after this, the low of the consolidation also. So Citigroup, you got $65 down here, $64 down here, and it's going to go after it first. So that's under the February 9th area also. And then the kingpin is JP Morgan. And JP Morgan, can't get above that area. Well, it is above it. 103 is the low of the February area, but it's going to be interesting to see if J.P. Morgan can hold price today, because it's not doing as bad as the other ones, that's for sure. What that does, though, look at that. When you actually put it on a longer-term chart, it's almost right next to its highs, right?
I mean, we joked about it, but they came in with record, and I don't know if it was categorized as record second quarter profit, as in, maybe not a record ever for any quarter, right? But maybe it's just a record for this quarter as to how things shape up. But record second quarter profit, and so to be negative, right? I mean,
yeah, I know it's. And that happened the last time. They really sold the banks down the last time, folks.
Yeah, so it's a record second quarter profit, about $8.3 billion in 90 days. 18% increase that exceeded analyst expectation. And there's the big one, trading revenue rising 13% to $5.4 billion. Looks like the expectation was around 4.9. I mean, just $500 million.
Even loan value went up too, right?
Yeah, 4% to $948 billion. And again, edging out expectation. So $4 billion extra in loans. I'd say
they almost lent out $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not lent out, they have lent out, right? As in not that quarter, just company-wide loans.
Oh, I see. I see.
Just
Okay.
on the
okay.
books,
I
probably.
get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's why. And even
They're
when
collecting
you're
on it, yeah.
and even when you're putting $4 billion in loans on the book, okay, that's what are you making off those loans versus like that number's just startling. An extra $500 million in trading profits straight off the top, right? And you were only supposed to make $4.9 billion. Well, guess what? Here's an extra $500 million
in 90 days
to the bottom line.
In 90 days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And just digging into it, so earnings per share 229 versus 222. I mean, what's to find negative in here, man? And the negative today. That's the remarkable thing. We saw it last quarter, just priced into perfection, and it seems to be the same this case. You know, I mean, it's got to be a tough day to be a JP Morgan executive when you come in and you say, oh, this is going to be great leading into the market open, especially because you have Wells Fargo taking heat.
Yes.
You have Citigroup taking heat.
Right.
And you say, all the good headlines of JP Morgan's going to pop. And then, nope, not so much. We're still in negative territory.
They're not buying it.
Bond trading generating, look at it, everything. $3.5 billion in revenue from bond trading versus 3.1 expectation, 3.2. I'm sure that might factor into the trading revenue they were talking about. Stock trading, yeah, so stock and bonds. So stock trading came in at $2 billion versus 1.7. You add those together, and that's where they get the trading revenue, I'm sure.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing, man.
Pretty amazing. It just can't get going.
Right? Look, they're
listening to us.
Positive territory.
Look at that. That's pretty wild.
That is.
So we had a low out here today, folks. 105.14, like 10 minutes into the open.
We're almost up $2 from that level.
Rejection it.
It is.
Yeah. So the Qs, we take a look at these Qs. So those babies closed at an all-time high yesterday, I believe.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
Laying up there.
Yeah.
And that was that, Amazon was on fire. Well, Microsoft was on fire,
Was
too.
it tech in general, right?
Yeah.
Apple had a good day as well.
Apple, look at Microsoft.
Oof, big day, yeah.
Now, so Microsoft's up 56 cents today, folks. Yesterday, I believe, was like $2.
That would make sense.
And
I mean, on Wednesday, we're almost at like 101, it looks like. So we're up almost $4. Excuse me, from Wednesday, yeah.
And imagine, they have 7.6 billion shares outstanding.
Sure.
Like, normally, it takes quite a bit to move an equity that has 7.6 billion shares. I mean,
Sure.
it's like, how does that work?
Yeah. Well, it's 1/18th of the price of Amazon, to put things in context.
Yeah.
So for every one share of Amazon, you're going to play with, you can play with 18 shares of Microsoft for the same exact money. That's where it gets interesting in those price tags. How many shares of Amazon are there? Let's go to Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Oh, no, for sure. 485 million.
Yeah. So what did you say? The 7.5. So see, they're right on. They're right on. Well, here's Amazon's market cap wise.
Okay.
I think Microsoft was about 800 million.
Okay.
So that's where it's fair. As in, they're almost right on par.
Wow.
As in, you multiply the shares outstanding times 18. Let's see, you multiply it times 10, right? That's 4.8 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's literally, if they did a split, if Amazon did a split to price their shares as Microsoft shares, they would have more shares outstanding than Microsoft right now. Which would make sense because they're a more valuable company, right? So you price it at the same level. As in, just putting, so it's just as hard to push around Amazon because it doesn't have as many shares.
Isn't that wild?
But everyone's costing $1,800, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And man, they're pushing.
It's all market cap when you talk about pushing around a company.
Right.
That's it. It really is, and that's where Amazon. I mean, it's it's amazing when you talk about in terms of 870 billion versus 800 billion, and there's Microsoft. So Apple, excuse me, the big one, 940 billion. And same thing, they have 4.9 billion shares, right? But if you want it priced at about 100, which is what Microsoft is, you'd have that 10 billion.
10 billion shares.
Yeah, which would make sense. Slightly more because it's a slightly more expensive company. Pretty remarkable. Apple.
And it's
probably gunning for the first $1 trillion company.
Yeah, that's what I was
Amazon
gonna say.
might beat it to it.
So let me go back there.
The remarkable thing is nobody owns, 18% of Apple. Can we go after, because that's the really remarkable thing about Amazon. It's just, it's going to be a $1 trillion company, but Jeff Bezos owns almost 20% of it.
Right. So in Apple's case,
it's going to be Berkshire.
Yeah,
okay, so you got Vanguard, BlackRock, Berkshire, State Street. Is that Fidelity?
Fidelity, Northern Trust. No person.
Yeah. And you get down. I mean, and realistically, you get Vanguard, the biggest one, owning 7%, 6, 5, 4, and then Fidelity 2, and still North Trust 1. Now let's go to Amazon.
Right.
It's just startling as we keep getting to these
It really is.
levels. It's cool to check out. It's taken a while before it tells you how rich of a man
they're
Bezos
calculating
is.
this.
There you go,
Look at that.
16.26%, and that's pretty remarkable, man.
And so look at this. He sold 2,000 shares on May 2nd.
Okay. Yeah, and they were talking about in the den. I'm sure he has some type of plan to begin already, liquidating some of that. And I say liquidating, but it's it's millions of dollars selling 2,000 shares. It's not. It's not
Huge.
2,000 shares of a $2,000 company. It's at $4 million, and it's tiddlywinks in the grand scheme of his position. Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow up 23, Nasdaq's up 9, S&P's are flat. Coming right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's get over and take a look at that GDX and see if we're going to basically not dive off this cliff again. So GDX right now is down 12 pennies. You know, and we were talking about it yesterday. I couldn't stand what it was doing yesterday because what you did is that, you know, you went higher. Well, Wednesday we come down big time.
Yes.
You come down with 63 million shares, $21.94. Yesterday you go up with 30. It's like, okay, man, you know. Now, today, I like what's happened here because what we need, So the bullish part of this is that it hasn't broken its little swing point. The swing point 2177.
Like the end of June, around there. Sure, yep.
Thank God this happened today. Well, we'll see whether it holds price. I wanted to test in this area, and within a penny of it.
Okay.
2194 or 2195. The low today. It's like, okay, you know.
Yep.
So you want to see the test, then you want to see it get out of there.
Maybe we'll trail off into the weekend. 4 million shares, nothing too crazy today so far. Yeah,
no.
4 million, contracts.
And then if we take a look at what I do like to do, folks, is that if you're looking at the GDX, you want to go look at Barrick and Newmont and say, okay, are they testing too? And Barrick is, that low there is 1285. Look at this, it's really weird. We hit 1286. Yeah. 1 penny. Newmont.
It would make sense that the bigger equities are bumping up to that same level.
Yeah, Newmont's below it. So this is positive. This is now I want to see Newmont close over 36.96.
Yes.
You got below it. You get above it, and we might get some action here. Well, I don't think we're going to get action. We won't jump off the cliff today.
Right. And that's action enough for right now, right? That's good enough action for you.
It absolutely is, right? So the World Series of Poker.
Yeah, I was giving you a little.
Did someone already win? No.
No. So what they do is they started the final table last night.
Okay.
So you started with 9 people last night out of 7,800 something. You had 9th place at least being guaranteed $1 million, up to first getting 8.8. And what they do is they really stretch it out well. So they're going to play from 9 to 6. That's what they did last night. Yeah. They're going to play from 6 to 3 tonight.
Okay.
And then they're going to go from 3 to a winner. So they stretch out the final table over 3 nights on ESPN.
See. Okay.
As in,
and they don't know how long it's even going to last.
And that's what's interesting. I mean, there have been some huge hands, and I'll talk about it could all go in one hand, right? That's how it works. Right. Previous years have taken a really long time, and it seems like things have gone pretty quickly this main event. So here are the 6 people remaining.
And the chip counts.
They're their ages, so you got 20s and 30s. That's it that are left. And the average age is 41 in the main event.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so an older age, you got to have 10 grand, right? You got to be able to travel, so it's not as a complete young kids game. But they're pretty deep, and by deep I mean they have a lot of money compared to the blinds if you play poker. So as in the chip leaders has 157 blinds, as in that could last a little while. That they could take some time before when you get
when it says big blinds, does that mean that they're dividing what the blinds average, what they have?
Exactly.
I got it. Okay,
exactly.
Cool.
So for instance, if people go play at a casino and you sit down, you play the blinds are $1, $2. You sit down with about $200. You have 100 big blinds.
I got it.
So for instance, I mean, the chip leader, if you're playing $1, $2 blinds, he's sitting down with $300 and something, right? So he has a lot of money. You can sit there and wait. That's the point. So pretty cool action.
And they're all from the United States.
Are they? There you go. Yeah. And so there are the finishes last night in terms of 9th, 8th, and 7th, and there are the remaining prize pools. So not bad, right? You just last night from 9 to 6, you make an extra 800 grand.
Wow.
This is where, and the big money, of course, you'd put it really top 3, where you start making, the jump from 4th place to 3rd's almost $1 million, and then, all the money and all the fame up top.
Tell them the story about these 3. This is pretty intense,
So to get to 9, so we're going back 2 days now, when they were playing down to the final 9. 10 people left, right? You got 10 people around the table.
Okay.
They call it the biggest final table bubble of the year because, man, you don't want to finish 10th, miss the main event final table. You get to be on ESPN. You get to make $1 million. They're still making, I think 10th place got 870 grand, something. But what happens? One guy gets aces. 2 guys get kings. It's almost like unheard of. I was joking. If it was online, everyone would be saying it's a fixed game, and and so what ended up happening was this gentleman, Antoine Labat, he is one of the gentlemen who had kings, and so you had, I'm going to pick out who had, so Nicholas Mannion is the lucky fellow who got the aces in those hands, and you say lucky, but I'm sure he's played very well to get to that level. So Mannion opens with aces.
Okay.
You have Labat, who gets really cute and just calls. I see cute, kind of trapping with kings.
Okay.
Guy behind him gets kings. He goes all in. Mannion goes all in with aces, and Labat is put to a decision for like 40+ million chips. And this is 2 days ago, and this is where when you start to see, he could have had 50 million chips just by folding in that decision. This is what I was talking to you about. There really becomes this issue of, okay, you might think you're good with kings. Bottom line is, and you can't really fault him, he calls with the kings, and he ends up losing about 110 million chip pot to the guy Mannion, and Labat, long story short, he ended up finishing in 9th place for $1 million. If he folds there, he might still be in the mix. He might have been able to make a couple extra million. Maybe he's just going for the win. And the real shame of it that's going to eat him up is last night, He got it all in with what? Kings. And this time he's up against queens.
Yeah.
Queen hits and he's out. So I don't think that guy's ever
It's on at 3 queens then.
That's what, yeah, they got it. Yeah, so I don't think he's ever going to play kings ever again. But pretty good reality TV with that much money up for stake. Most of these guys just put up 10 grand on their own, whether they won their way in, whether they have backers.
So then tonight it'll go down to 3. Is that what you're saying?
And then they'll come back with the top 3 to play to a winner tomorrow evening.
Boy, it goes up pretty quickly, the prize pool here.
All the money in tournaments is in the final table, and all the money is usually in the top 3 spots. I mean, just percentage-wise. And when you're dealing with a prize pool, you know, I think the total, you had about 7,800 people. They all paid 10 grand. You're dealing with a prize pool of about 78, almost $80 million in completion. And, yeah, big money, man. You
know what I saw last night? When what had happened is that... if we could pull up maybe some of the gambling stocks, so we'll give you the number.
Sure.
So you just had Delaware and you had New Jersey, you know, they won that case. So they just start gambling, right?
Yeah.
And New Jersey, $7.2 per 100 going into the till. And what the article was about in Vegas, and it makes sense, Vegas only does, they get 5.1 because there's better gamblers in Vegas, more professionals probably.
Yeah, probably just a bigger gambling pie. As in competition-wise. That's it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
As in there's more sports books, there's more casinos. You can't, that's, you know, as in there's very few right now in Jersey and in Delaware. What happens, so New Jersey and Delaware already had online poker that had been legalized. The ruling had to do with sports betting, straight out. And so that's where those states had the infrastructure to kind of just put it in place immediately, which is why they're coming out with those numbers, I'm sure, immediately. Competition will heat up there.
Yeah.
You know, as in you already see deals being forged by online gamers with casinos in those states to immediately start offering those types of services. So those margins, just like anything else, you know, it just got legalized, right? Margins are going to be high.
Well, wouldn't that, well, I think what would mean is that the gambles have to get better, though, right? Wouldn't that be how it would work?
Okay, you're talking about on the skill versus, I don't know.
Yeah, this article is just about sports betting in general.
Okay.
So you're betting on the...
Thankfully, I'm not a big sports bettor, so I don't understand where they take that vig, you know, but some sites, they might charge 3%, 4%. There just might be percentage fees built into losses, built into...
Yeah,
you know,
the article wasn't like that.
The lines might be worse, too. I don't know.
Right.
You know,
no, but I get
there might be both. Like, there's no competition, right? So they can set the lines a little bit wider. It's not the skill. You might have a bet, you know, you set the line wide. It's a spread, same thing. If you're betting on the Cavs, you get one line. You're betting on the Lakers, you get another. They just make it wide, and then they make a lot of money.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow's up 42, Nasdaq's up 8, S&P's are up 2. Come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. That Dow is climbing. You know,
creeping up all this hour.
It's
right?
creeping.
It's creeping.
So you get the Dow up 60, Nasdaq up 13, S&P's up 3.5. Now the composite, as well as that NDX, you can see, you know, the composite right now, the swing high that it took out yesterday was 78.06. You're $30 above it. Now that's not a lot. When you look at, you get a real breakout on the NDX. Look at the difference. The NDX, the high it was going over was 73.09, and we're at 73.82.
Yeah, we're a full percent above that level.
Big number.
Yeah.
Big number. Inside the NDX today, you know, it's wild. It seems like every time that we're even talking about it, when I first think about it, it's like, are these like 4 or 5 companies going to take over the world?
It's not to say they can't, man.
No.
As in, it's a very unique time in terms of internet making vast strides, right? In terms of AI, computer automation, all that stuff. Where, you know, that's how Bill Gates came in the same deal. You know, when you look at these companies, as in, you know, you discover a whole new economy,
and everyone needs you,
and you own it, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Everyone needs it. So inside the NDX, the strength out here today is you get
Picard. Yeah, what's going on there? Ah, they're up 2%.
That's up 2%. You got Walgreens up 1.7, Starbucks 1.5. Those are 2 dead dogs, though. Micron, that's strong. That's up 1.8. Taken away from it, you get Netflix down 3%. Workday is off 1.7. INCY. Tesla's down 1.6.
Did you see the negative stories on Tesla yesterday as well? Kind of speaking to the harsh conditions the workers were being forced to go through, kind of in that same comedic way. And it's not comedic when it's a reality, but literally that they had to, I forget the headlines, but it was not good, as in the workers trying to push this deadline. It all had to do with it. They were like sludging through waste material of the cars, as in this bad waste material, not human waste, you know, just the waste of the cars, as in just kind of a makeshift operation in general. And then you start to think about, oh, well, what's the quality of these cars going to be if they're really struggling and cutting corners to get it out there?
Not only that, what's going to end up happening is that if the whistleblower, Tesla whistleblower lawyer. I saw this coming across yesterday. Let's see. Where's
so many Tesla headlines?
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Martin Tripp, an ex-Tesla employee, filed a whistleblower complaint against Tesla with the SEC. What are they saying?
I'm just going to slide down as we keep. So here we go. Tripp filed a whistleblower report with the SEC. Various material omissions and misstatements were made by Tesla to investors in violation of yada yada, right? It's the SEC Act of 1933, yada yada.
He alleges.
Yeah, so batteries with puncture holes in them overstating the numbers. We've been talking about whether that's possible. Placing battery cells too close to one another, which were not properly affixed, as in just cutting corners, I would say, right? According to the statement, they're cutting corners everywhere. They're using batteries with holes in them. They're overestimating what they're producing.
Look at the line, though. The complaint comes after Tesla sued Tripp in June for allegedly stealing data and lying to reporters.
Yeah, so who knows who to trust here.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is not the only time that we've seen these headlines, which is the interesting.
Totally.
I would agree, you know, for sure. Yeah.
Well, did you see yesterday? Yesterday, folks, one of the a whistleblower suit was 30 million. The guy get 30 million bucks.
Yeah, not Tesla though, right?
No, not Tesla. This has to do with one of the banks.
Okay. Yeah.
And the banks are taking their biggest clients to the cleaners.
Yeah, and they should get that kind of money because, as we've seen, that's the only way for this stuff to happen, and that's a marginal amount of money compared to what gets dealt with in those situations. So it seems staggering that one person gets that. But you got to reward people when they you know, bring something to light of that degree. Where you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars of customers getting taken.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever bank it was, they got a $363 million fine. The thing that blows my mind about when you just read these continually, these stories, right? Imagine now reading that story, these were professionals that got taken to the cleaners, right? So imagine you're running big funds, like it's like, okay. It must have been sophisticated because, you know, you're not running $100, $200, $300 million, and, you know, someone's taking your cleaners every day.
So there it is. What bank was it? The one that's getting all the good press today, J.P. Morgan.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that.
How quickly the world forgets, right?
Right.
So, yeah, the record $30 million from derivatives regulator.
Yeah.
Steering wealth management clients into potentially unsuitable investments. Yeah, so the largest in the program. I'm surprised that's the largest because in the amount of money they're dealing with, right? 30 million is.
Well, that's in the CTFC. So this is
right. No, I know.
That's
not in the SEC, right?
That's right. That's right. They've got J.P. Morgan's paid billions in fines. You know.
So it was linked to a settlement in 2015 for allegations it didn't disclose that it was pushing wealth management clients into potentially unsuitable investments. Let's see. So previous record for the CFTC was 10 million. And yeah, they don't dig into it exactly, but yeah, wealth management clients, and I'm sure you know that's a rather astute client.
Well, they had the actual article that had it wasn't just like it wouldn't be me and you. Yeah, they have different levels.
Oh, right.
It was the highest level. It was the highest level.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, for sure.
Crazy.
High-end, educated, you know, and then they have their investors that you're dealing, as in their, you know, financial.
Yeah. Right.
Supervisors, exactly.
Better run, folks.
Just always beware, exactly.
Yeah,
you know, when you're paying for advice, man, you know, you want to make sure those conflicts of interest are so important. There's a lot of.
There's a lot of hanky-panky.
Exactly.
So, bonds, folks. Larry's going to get his life jacket ready.
Oh, boy.
With,
we get lower rates? Sure, why not?
Yeah. So, you get the 30-year today, right? The May 30th... high, folks, is the swing high it's been trying to take out. First time up, went up there last week, got above it, had lighter volume, pulled back below it. Now what's happening, though, is that you're not going to need a lot of volume because the way that I basically do this, now it's got to take out the other spike from last week.
Okay.
And, you know, it's if we close right here, it's going to be really intriguing because this is pushing into that level, and the volume's pretty good, meaning I'd rather see it not go after today.
Okay.
You know, 145.28 is the number. We've hit 145.24. You know, that's on the 30. If we take a look at the 10, no, 2018, not 17. Seriously.
It's going to be 19 before we know it, man.
So the 10-year, you know, hasn't got up to that level yet, but it looks to me like you're still going after it. You're up 6 ticks. You're at 120.11. The volume here is going to be light today because we're at 484,000. So it might do a million, but it's got to. If it's going to be a run with conviction, it's got to go like 1.5, 1.6. But they're both saying they want higher price. And you know, when we take a look at it, you know that low was established May 17th.
Yeah.
And the
about almost 2 months ago, and quite a run,
And we're at 2.831. We're backed away from that three. You know, the last 6 months, no, 3 months. 2.781.
Yeah.
3.11.
We're right near the lows of the last 3 months, right?
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Low rates, totally.
We're
keep it coming. Free cash.
Keep it coming. Look at that Dow. Dow's up 76, Nasdaq up 7, S&Ps are up 4. We got gold down 380. Good, that's good. Gold's hanging tough. Love it. Come right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
A Rubik's Cube offers more than 100 million starting positions, resulting in 43 billion potential twists and turns. Yet this puzzle can be solved in 20 moves. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, and knowing the right move makes all the difference in the world. And on Thursday, July 19th at 4:15 p.m., I'll share with you the 3 essential tools behind my #1 ranking by Timer Digest for the S&P 500. This 30-minute event is being hosted by Ninja Trader, and it's open to everyone in our listening audience. At this event, I'll share with you the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that subscribers now use to identify tops and bottoms, as well as Stevie's red line and the market profiles that I use. The sign-up link is on the homepage of TFNN.com and requires nothing more than your name and email address. To help celebrate my #1 market timing ranking, we're making Mastering Probability available to anyone in our listening audience for the next 30 days with a free money-back guarantee, whether you've subscribed in the past or not. Make your move now by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com and sign up for Thursday's workshop, as well as my free newsletter trial offer.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. We got McDonald's taking a little hit, and this is unusual. You know, like you normally don't hear of bad food at McDonald's. I mean, they don't have healthy food. They don't have healthy food, but we're talking about a food illness here.
Yes. So reports are, what states is it they were talking about? We pulled it up. It has to do with their salads, potentially, it looks like. Illinois.
You get Stifel coming out saying, don't worry about it, no cause for alarm. What are they, crazy, man?
Yeah. And yeah, so there you go. So Illinois Department of Public Health received about 90 cases of psoriasis, an internal illness possibly linked to salads produced, and they went over, well, 1/4 of the people that were sick reported eating a salad at McDonald's in the days before they came ill. Quite a coincidence, right? So I would say not a coincidence at all, probably, which is why. So although the link has been made to salad sold at McDonald's restaurants in some Illinois cases, they continue to investigate, kind of disclaimer. But hey, nonetheless, I mean, you're talking about 100 people getting sick from a salad. We saw how things can escalate so quickly for Chipotle, right? And I wouldn't say that, you know, McDonald's is going to be in that boat quite yet, but I would keep my eyes on how that develops. Because
because I just don't remember any type of food scale like that at McDonald's at all.
Yeah.
You know, they might, their food might not be great, but the quality of what they're doing, they still got a good name.
Salmonella scares. I know what you mean. As opposed to Jack and Box had the big one. You know, Chipotle's still dealing with some kind of woes, right?
Totally.
But it's got to be tough when you have that many restaurants, right? Because all it takes, that's what the tough part is, all it takes is
one supplier.
One worker even to do something silly when you think of one restaurant, right? Or say, you know, one batch of salad gets contaminated. Who knows, right? But or let a distributor,
So we get the dollar giving it up, folks. Bottom line, we'll see how this shakes out the rest of the day. Friday's always dangerous in that metal market.
What's going to happen with gold? Where's gold? Gold's still down about $4, $12.42.
Not bad.
We'll see. We'll see.
Stay right there, folks. Swim lessons coming up next. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.